Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. In this video, I got another AI video I want to talk about. So I guess, this might be like another pop culture, news-related video in a way. This one's more so me talking about my thoughts on all this stuff. Now, I've already made a few videos talking about this stuff. I already made a few. But I feel like I have some more stuff to kind of talk about here, especially now that restaurants are starting to get into more AI. And like robots and stuff. So, yeah. If you guys haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And it would really help me out a lot if you guys would. If you guys don't like me talking about pop culture stuff and all that and my thoughts on it, you guys can click off the video. I had somebody get pissed off at me, like it was telling me like it's a ratings trap or something like that on my Nintendo video, and I'm like, you guys don't have to watch the stuff. This person was getting mad at me and all that because I was like, I'm just talking about my thoughts. You're not talking about your thoughts. I'm like, yes, I am. And people's, complaints, so I'm like, I could tell about his videos, like, he had a couple shorts. I think he's, like, a Nintendo nerd, so, that makes sense, You get those people on you get those people on, on YouTube and all that'll comment on your stuff that are huge, like, fans of this or that, and will, like, shit talk on your videos just to start stuff with you. But please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. You guys can also follow me on Instagram and, Threads, and, because, I gotta have Threads to follow me on there to, like, have Instagram. You guys can also follow me on Twitter/X, which is one app, but, most people call it Twitter, and I just call it, like, it's technically called X, but I need to start including that in my videos, but a lot of the videos I've been making, don't really have it in there, so I don't really have it built into the videos, I kind of just have it, as a card, I slide, so I kind of forget to put it in there. You guys can follow me over there because those are my backup, accounts, because YouTube has been getting kind of bad lately with some stuff, so, which will be also kind of part of this AI stuff that I want to talk about. So, anywho, let's go ahead and actually get into this. Basically, if you guys, you guys are familiar with AI, you guys notice how it's gotten very powerful. And actually, lately, it's gotten so powerful, people cannot keep up with it. So in a way, it's like robots are taking over the world, which is basically what's happening, People were theorizing, and afraid of this day coming, and it sounds like we're getting into that day. However, it's actually been going on for a lot longer than people think. People just haven't noticed. Like, for example, like, if you guys, like, work at a store, like Walmart or something, you guys notice, like, self-checkouts and all that. You guys notice how, like, there's, like, a lot more self-checkouts and not as many, workers working at the self-checkouts. Actually, if anything, I see a lot of times at a Walmart, I go to a Walmart and people are just standing around, not doing anything. How I had one person, like, I was trying to get their attention, and this person was being a dick and, like, walking away. Like that's just rude, you don't just do that to your customers, Like, I was trying to figure out where something was at, and I was trying to get this person's attention, and he just kept walking away. Like, he just was ignoring me. And I hate that, But that's just rude, I've dealt with stuff like that at, a Walmart. But I will say, there aren't that many, just regular checkouts anymore. You got the self-checkouts. And that's been kind of going on for a long time now. Now lately though, I've been noticing they're pushing this crap even further, and I've been noticing like going to Schnooks and all that. I've noticed like janitors are getting replaced by robots. Like I've noticed they're just having an automatic cleaner thing. Heck, gone to like I said, I gone to Schnooks and saw that, and I think Walmart still has janitors in there, but you can tell that they're pushing the freaking robot stuff, which isn't a very good idea. It ain't a very good idea to be doing that because, television has warned us about this stuff, and people don't seem to care. A lot of people do when they get their jobs replaced, but some people, don't. I guess to be fair though, I think what's going on here, it's probably a lot because this stuff kind of was becoming more of a thing. Like in the 80s and 90s, they would make a bunch of episodes and stuff about technology taking over the world. That was more of a concept that was done later down the road. Like even Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo has done a few tropes they would reuse or topics. But for example, technology taking over the world, they didn't really start doing a whole episode about that until the What's New Scooby-Doo show that I'm aware of. Which is very crazy, I don't think, Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase didn't really do that either. Now, they focus on technology, but it was just about a virus taking over the computer lab and in the college and all that, and then them getting sucked inside there. There wasn't really anything to do with, much of that. But yeah, they've been doing that more. So I think I've noticed, it seems like the younger people are the ones that kind of, been seeing that. And it's the older people that are not really thinking about that stuff very well. But it's happening. Like I said, it's happening. It's not good. It is not good at all. And remember, robots, unlike people, if they get a bug, they can have a problem, It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous how, crazy and how fast this stuff is happening, But it's happening. Like I said, it's replacing people, And now in recent times, apparently freaking drive-thrus. Apparently Taco Bell and Wendy's and all of them apparently are now trying to get AI they're trying to get freaking AI to speak and all that to the drive-thrus. That's one thing maybe to have a robot clean the floors a little bit, maybe if they're low in staff. But why the hell do you need a fucking AI, an AI, to speak to you in the drive-thru? Why do you need that? That makes absolutely no sense. No sense at all. It makes no sense, you have humans back there, why not have them do it? It's ridiculous. I will say, though, that the AI stuff, I think, honestly, there are times where I feel like it can work, and then there are times where I feel like it can get a little too carried away, sometimes people just make, thumbnails on YouTube and all. I don't really do that, but I know some people do it like that. But then there are times where, they're using it to, companies are using it to cut costs and lay people off, and that's becoming a problem. Especially in Hollywood, because Hollywood is, burning into the ground, and they are freaking burning into the ground. Literally, physically. Literally, we had that whole fire that happened in Hollywood, they had to lay off people there, and then also they've been struggling before that with bad movies and all that, so, I know that's not a very great joke, but that's kind of what happened, and then, they had the writer's strike, and they're using the AI as an excuse to get rid of people. I'm it's bad, it is bad, and like I said, this shit is it's getting to the point where it's getting pretty bad. Now, I will say, though, there's gonna be people that are gonna fight back. I think it's honestly, it's not gonna be like the movies. I think it's gonna be, it's gonna replace people, but I think it's gonna get to the point where people will, fight back and create their own companies, or something like that to, fight back against these AI stuff. It's gonna happen. I will say that it'll happen. The thing is, what I'm worried about with AI is I'm more worried about the fact that it's a bug or it hacks stuff, because what if it gets smart enough where it can hack stuff, or it's attached to too much stuff? You know, because a lot of things anymore are going to your phones. Apparently, you can use phones to like control your like washer machines. Apparently now you can use it to control your seats and all that now. And I'm like what if you get a bug and it could be like Mitchell's versus the Machines. If you guys have ever seen that movie, there was a phone that took over everything and was controlled by one phone, and you know she basically just destroyed the the entire economy because of what happened, and all that with them, because she had access to everything. That's what I feel like what could end up happening, or it could happen too. Like I said, it could as crazy as it sounds, like what if it gets into the computers and hacks like something dangerous, like the power plants or something, I'm just saying, like, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm just saying that could happen. That could literally happen, and that's what's the worrying part, because so much crap is on the freaking internet anymore, it's kind of a problem. And then we also got these freaking companies like freaking Google and all that, and Facebook and crap trying to force fucking AI on people, and we're actually seeing some results, because I actually, I've been noticing YouTube as, for example, I brought up how YouTube has been getting kind of bad, which is true. I mean, it's getting bad. It's getting to the point where it's getting very glitchy and all that. But like, there's been some weird stuff, like the comments will randomly disappear sometimes, or I want to point this out here. Hold on. But check this out. You see how weird this is? For some reason, like my tabs, for example, are randomly just phased out. Like, I don't know why they're phased out. My downloads are showing up, but everything else is like faded out or something. Now, it could be an internet thing, but it is very weird what's happening there. But yeah, I'm just like I said, it's kind of weird what's happening there and all that. But yeah, I'm just saying, it's like, that's the thing with AI too. Like, if you think you're having technical problems, in the past, it's gonna get so much worse. Which is why I've been refusing to update my crap any more than I already have, because the newer devices are going to like, push more and more on this stuff, And I mean, that's the thing, eventually my stuff will get outdated, but I'm just like, at the point, I'm like, I might just start using a phone to call people, I don't know, I'm just like, or heck, I might even mod the phone. I mean, you could say that could be illegal, but like, I mean, again, I don't want to be dealing with freaking AI pushing crap on me, and also I have, issues where, like, I'm trying to make stories and stuff, because I'm trying to work on, that crap myself, and it's just a mess. Like I said, it is a freaking mess and all that, and it's ridiculous. Like, it is ridiculous what's happening here, and all that. And like I said, this AI shit is just gonna get worse and worse. I think eventually it'll probably, like, I think there's probably there might be a law that might be passed in the future of, like, that might say how limited some stuff is. I mean, I'm sure the corporations will try to probably, fight it and all that, and be like, this is not fair, this and that, and I'm like, there has to be a limit to, like, who can be replaced with technology and who can't, Like, for example, like, I don't think, AI needs to be replacing, like the problem is that's why I can't report problems, like, on Facebook, because it's freaking mostly AI now, and I can't report that if there's an issue, because they won't contact back, or if they do, they'll say it's nothing, Because I guarantee it's a freaking AI, that's doing it. And, like, you don't need AI freaking running all this crap. You don't need that. Like, that's just stupid. And yeah, I think it's definitely going to become a problem. But like I told you guys, I think, it's going to eventually, like, get to the point where it's going to get fought back. But I'm afraid, like, for me as a YouTuber or, people who use social media, I'm like, what's going to happen to our accounts and all that, because I'm already having some weird issues going on there, Like, what's going to happen, I don't know. It's just very, very weird, and it is very, very weird. But yeah, I'm just like I said, I don't think the AI needs to be running every freaking thing on the websites. Like, I think that's probably one thing I think AI should be running at all is websites and all that. Like, I mean, I guess to be fair, there is the whole you talk to Google, and like. And it'll, like, give you information. I mean, I guess that's fine, but for the most part, like, I think, like, AI should not be running anything. Like, AI shouldn't be, like, they shouldn't be using AI to, like, detect kids and all that on YouTube and all that, like, and they shouldn't be, reporting crap to, like, AI and all on, like, Facebook and stuff like that. You should be having actual humans there. And even calling people, like, I hate this shit, but, like, I'll call a freaking company. Like, I was having a problem with my TV at my dad's, like, doing this thing, which I never really figured out what was causing it. Like, it would show the HDMI, like, cable on the TV. It's one of those smart TVs. And, like, I would call the company that did it. I would get freaking nothing but freaking, like, bots and all that, like, just, like, answering the phone, like, no humans. I'm like, I need a freaking human to answer the phone. I'm having the same problem with, like, I think Lowe's is, they're putting bots on there instead of humans, and then they're putting, like, freaking putting, like, in Best Buy and all that too. Best Buy is doing that stuff too. They're all freaking trying to do that stuff. Now, with the calling and all that, I mean, to be fair, with calling people, maybe people are busy, but let the freaking phone ring, because when you're trying to speak into the damn phone, sometimes it can take forever to get it to pick up somebody else anyway, and if you're surrounded by other people, it's hard to speak into something when they can't hear you, I've had that happen before, too. But yeah, I definitely think there needs to be a limit. And if I were you guys, I've said this before, I think people need to just cut back on updating their stuff right now, like, and I mean, yeah, the companies, again, I talked about this before, the companies are gonna try to force you to buy the new shit. As AT&T is totally doing that, they're ripping you off, they're trying to make you pay freaking not $10,000, that's a lot of money, I mean, $2,000 is a lot of money, but $10,000 for a phone would be ridiculous, but freaking $2,000 for a phone, which, by the way, the shit doesn't work half the time, I've had people report that, and my newer phone, which, I guess I got it kind of used, but, it's having more problems with the speech to texting than my old phone. I'm actually using my older phone to speak, and do my stories with, because, the new one does not work very well with that, it does not, and all that, and like I said, with the AI and stuff being pushed, I think this shit's gonna get worse. Like, I think it's gonna get worse. And again, I'm like, why would you want to freaking pay $2,000 for a freaking phone when you could just, like, keep your old stuff, And again, they're gonna try to push you to get to new stuff. But also the older stuff too. By the way, the older stuff, not all the apps will be, controlled by the AT&T, so they can't shut a bunch of the stuff down. Look at it like a console. Look at it like a console, like, let's say, like, the Nintendo DSi versus, I don't know, the 3DS and the Switch, they had a lot more, like, apps on the newer devices, like they had Nintendo Zone and all that, like, Nintendo shut the stuff down and all that, and you couldn't access it anymore, because a lot of that crap used online stuff and was connected to Nintendo, not to your system, you know? Yeah, that's kind of what I would say with a phone and all that. That's the same exact thing. Like, I think the older phones, are gonna be different with that stuff, you know? And actually, there are times where I feel like I'm kind of cutting what ties to Google with some stuff too. Like, I have like Google Docs. I'm thinking about just getting a regular note or something because I'm like, again, like with AI the way it is, I'm like, what if again it hacks my stuff and I lose all my crap, you know, that I worked my butt off, you know, making. Because I already had to redo my stories once. That said, though, the stories in Hannibal I did were not the best, but still, you know, I don't want to redo them again, because I actually feel like they're a lot better than they were then, you know? But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. But that is kind of the problem that we're having, you know? But that is the problem. Like I said, AI is just gonna get worse. But like I told you guys, I think eventually it will, like I said, it will die down. Like, it will, like, eventually die down. But I think it's going to take quite a long time, you know. But yeah, the fact again, too, that also, like I said, these fast food restaurants and all that are trying to push this crap, too. That's going to be more issues for them. I'm like, you think, though, people complaining about it, you know, they would not bother with it, because like I said, these fast food places, too, like, people are already bitching about it, about them looking very dull and boring. Then you're gonna put AI in there on top of all that, you know, even, like I said, people keep complaining about it. I mean, you're gonna have a small section of people no matter what you do, but you need to listen to most of your fans. Most of your fans do not want AI. Most of them do not want boring, you know, crappy looking places. They want places they can have fun and eat at, you know? I mean, I've seen some people online, you know, I still see it time after time. People are gonna, you know, again, bitch about online and all that. They're gonna bitch about, you know, people shopping on, well, not shopping online, sorry, people are gonna I was gonna say, people are gonna, not you know, like, bitch about online, but, like, more so, like, people are gonna complain about, what people are complaining about, like, saying kids and all that are gonna eat at these restaurants and all that, but they're gonna eat at these restaurants, and it's gonna encourage kids to eat at these restaurants. I'm like, okay, like, first off, again, these restaurants, like I said, these restaurants are not, you know, just for kids. They are for, like, adults can have fun, too. You know, in fact, a lot of adults are actually upset about that. I'm an adult, and I miss going to a colorful McDonald's or a colorful, you know, Taco Bell or something like that. Even though I ate more McDonald's than Taco Bell, I still kind of miss that, you know. You know, miss the vibe of that stuff, you know. Versus, you know, making them look very modern, gray, and boring, you know, and no, you know, assets to them, you know. It's just like I said, it's gonna be like, and then a second with the whole kids thing, I'm like, there's nothing wrong with eating fast food every so often, you know. So like, I feel like, again, I'm getting so sick and tired of people using kids as an excuse. People are using kids as an excuse to, like, you know, basically to use this crap against people and all that, and I hate that, you know. And I mean, again, some people do think that way, but a good chunk of them, like, even the freaking YouTube and the, you know, the whole AI thing, you know, with the spying on kids and all that, or, like, using your ID. It feels more like they're trying to control you, and less it being about kids. If anything, I think using freaking AI to look at IDs and all that, that seems even more creepy, because the people who control the ID, or control the AI, are able to have access to your personal information. That seems even more creepy. And yeah, I mean, technically, people usually have IDs when they're, you know, older and all that, but still, I'm like, that's just stupid. Like, again, that is so stupid, you know. I'm like, it is just so, I don't know, stupid, but I don't know. I don't know what to say here, but yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video talking about this stuff because I think it's kind of ridiculous and all that, and yeah, I'm just like, I think it's gonna, like I said, I think it's gonna get bad before it gets better, but I do think when people fight back, I think the more people that fight back, the better it'll be. But I don't think it's gonna, I don't think AI is gonna disappear completely. I think it's here to stay. But, you know, but I think it can be good in some cases, you know. But for the most part, I think AI doesn't need to be replacing, you know, people at the drive-thru and all that, you know. Like, they don't need to be doing that stuff. But yes, I'm gonna go ahead and probably let this video go, though, you know. But there's sort of like stumbling across there, too, with the whole, you know, I was stumbling across with the whole, you know, talking about AI and restaurants and brought up, you know, the whole, you know, stores and all that. I'm actually sitting outside and all that, and I saw this cop car, like, he was driving up the street and then driving back. I was making sure he wasn't going to talk to me, you know, because there has been people breaking into stuff in cars and all around Fulton, you know. But I'm sitting out here because it's nice out, you know, and I figure making videos out here, you know, why not, you know, enjoy it before it gets super cold, you know. But, yeah, but yeah, that's why I just like making videos outside when it's nice out, you know. It's pretty nice. You know, it feels relaxing, you know. You know, when you're stressed out, you know, you want to do some stuff that feels relaxing, you know. But, yeah. Anywho, though, I'm going to go ahead and let things go from here for real. So, see you guys later. Tell me what you guys think about this in the comments below. And, hopefully, again, you know, YouTube doesn't get bad. But that's why I'm having backup, you know, stuff in case something does happen, you know. But, anywho, see you guys later. Bye-bye.